Hello friends, hi, how are we today? I hope you are all doing well. I am here finally to film a pen review. I just pulled the stickers to say that I ordered these pens from back in March. It is July. I am finally doing my pen review. Oh my goodness, I am so stinking excited to do this review. So full disclosure, I saw these pens on TikTok and I was like, I must have them. And then I didn't buy them for like 8 months. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I think I really want these pens. And they came back up on TikTok and I was like, you know what? I am running out of my Clean Energels. I only have 2 left, and that gives me horrendous anxiety. I'm probably gonna buy some more. We'll have to see. But I was like, you know what? Let's try some new things. So I think we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna tell you a bit about the pens, and then I brought out some extras. So let's just get into it. So firstly, I got the Writech Ombre Up Gel pens, the 0.5 millimeter bullet. They are my favorite, and they claim to have a much smoother ink flow. In black. I only buy black. I don't love blue. So, I've already taken like the little ball pointy ones off, and I wrote on with this one. So let's just go and test them out. They should all be the same. They're just a black pen, but let's test. Oh. All right, just a sec. Writech. Okay, so this one is not clicking back. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on there. This one doesn't really work. Okay. Next up was, I think, this one. I think, yeah. In the pink, I'm just going to write the colors of the pen. Oh, there we go. Oh. That's very nice and smooth. And that clicks perfectly. Okay. So we've got purple, we've got pink, then we've got this orangey color. Orangey, glad you stayed here for this. Oh my gosh. You would think that I would not make jokes like that. But you would be wrong. That is very much a joke that I would make. Green teal. I need to work on my cursive, and I need to work on the letter R very specifically. Okay, and then this greeny color. This is a beautiful green. Oh my goodness. These are so smooth. I'm actually, if you can test, or if you can see rather, I am testing out different grip strength. I am not the heaviest handed, but I'm definitely not light-handed. So aside from this purple, which actually works if you're not going to click it back up, like it doesn't really maybe it just needed a few times. Okay. So aside from the purple, everything else is perfect. And then I think, yeah. I don't know. They are perfect. They are very, very nice. I really like them. So these are the Writech ones. They are very smooth. I will say, I don't know if you can tell, even with all of the different, like me putting different pressure on it, there's no skipping at all. None at all. So let's just go through the other pens, and I think that will be a voiceover because that stuff takes a long time to do. But I am really, really excited to test all the different ones out. Okay, so we started off with my go-to every single day, Clean 0.5 Energel, Clean Energel, Pentel Clean Energel 0.5, whatever you want to call it. It is my favorite. It skipped here, which is so interesting because none of the Writechs, regardless of how I wrote, if it was cursive, if it was regular writing, none of them skipped. They were all incredibly smooth. And I just was checking to see if there was any shadowing. There was none. There was some ridging because this is very thin paper. This is a dollar store Bujo. If you haven't gone to check that out, you should. And actually, you can go check out my Kleena review as well, just to see more about that type of pen. And then I decided to test all my different Muji pens. So I've got 0.7 through 0.38. The clicky one, I actually do think it's going to need to go into the garbage. It firstly has almost no ink left, but it, regardless of how much ink it did have left, skips a lot. Like a lot. So it was not my favorite go-to. I guess I forgot to remove the ballpoint from the 0.7. That was a huge ball, like, on the nib to stop the ink from going anywhere, which was very interesting, on the 0.5 rather. The 0.8 was actually similar, the most similar with, like, how it flowed to the Writech, which was very interesting. After that, I tried the Pilot G-Tech 0.4. This was even skinnier than the Muji 0.38. It's very, very good for tiny writing, but also it was a little bit skippy as well. So it wasn't like my go-to set in stone I was going to go to. So, and this is all compared to the Writech, I should say. Next up, I did the Uniballs 0.38 through 0.5. Now, if you want a review of the Uniball pens, do let me know in the comments down below. I would be happy to do that for you. I do have a bunch of the 0.5 sitting here because my friend very, very kindly encouraged me to get them when I was like, oh my gosh, should I order more of the Kleena because I'm nearly out of them. Those are my go-to every single day pen. And I just, yeah, the fact that I'm down to 2 of them makes my heart a little bit anxious because I love them. But Writech was really up to the job. And in the era of overconsumption, I don't think I need every single time I do a video. It's getting worse. It's getting worse, friends. Anyway, I was not thrilled with the 0.7, which is actually the thickest one. Incredibly skippy. Like, it was very skippy. I checked the next page. It did not bleed through. Some slight shadowing, but really nothing too bad. Then I went on to some felt tip pens. So the Sakura Micro Perm 0.5 and then the Pigma Microns 1 through 5 as well. Those were all fine. My Pigma Micron 1 also is dead. It's just dried up. But it has a similar feel to the Writech, which was very interesting. So in regards to like felt pen going to a gel pen, it was a very similar feel. So if you wanted to use the Micron for, I don't know, maybe they just work better on certain paper. I don't know. I typically use matte paper. Then I did the Sharpie Ultra Fine, which I didn't realize Dollarama has them, which was very exciting because they are some of my favorite pens. They do bleed through the page. Then I used the Bic Intensity, which is just interesting. And then Simply Gilded has random gel pens, and I will say the feeling of it is it just feels like a regular ballpoint pen, like nothing special, if that makes any sense. So it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. But it wrote very smoothly, which was interesting and nice. It's just a bit thicker than I like for my pens. I like the skinniness of the Writech. And then I decided to test out my Tombos and then test the next page to see. So the Sakura Micro Perm 0.5 did actually, like very clearly you can see it. And then the Sharpie Ultra Fine, you know, it's ultra fine, but it's still as thick as some of the 0.7 pens, so you can see it through. And then, as I said, I just decided to use a Tombow just to see what the shadowing was like compared to the Writech. Zero shadowing for the Writech, and honestly, very little ridging compared to, say, the Mujis or the Uniballs, which is very, very interesting. It might become my new pen, but I do like the weightiness. It's a very light pen compared to the Kleena Energels. So that is also something to keep in mind if this is something you're interested in. But that was my entire pen review. I really, really enjoyed doing this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Toodles!